Part of their new RADIA series of products, the British hi-fi audio company Arcam has recently released the A5, A15, and A25 stereo integrated amplifiers, and we at Ecoustics got our hands on the flagship A25. So let's start off by seeing what's inside the box. Alright, so let's go ahead and unbox the Arcam A25 stereo integrated amplifier. A big letter A! As far as the box is concerned, it's pretty much identical to the ST5. Power cord. Batteries. And a little remote. Ta-da! Obviously a lot heavier than the ST5 since this is a stereo integrated amplifier. So those amplifiers inside give it some weight. Again, very minimalistic design, which I am a big fan of. And some vents here for some heat distribution. Input knob to switch your different inputs. And volume. That's it. Very clean. Again, the feet have this cool little yellow accent. Some more heatsink vents. Also rack mountable because of its dimensions. Nice. There you have it. Yep, the sleek, minimalist aluminum chassis makes it seamlessly integrate, pun intended, into any hi-fi system. So minimalistic, in fact, that you might overlook that it does indeed have a 3.5mm headphone jack on the front. Yeah, this little guy right here. The manual states it has a headphone output, but doesn't actually point it out on the diagram, so I just wanted to inform you that it does in fact exist. Just plug some headphones in and boom, it's automatically detected. But continuing with this exquisite minimal design, I really enjoy the subtle yellow accents, including the yellow backlighting with the two knobs on the front when powered on. The minimal front OLED display is set back slightly from the chassis itself, so it gives the text an almost matte finish, and I am here for it, since I'm not too keen on a display that unintentionally lights up the whole room. And one last piece of aesthetic awesomeness is this new extended overhang feature on the rear, which Arcam are calling a cowl, to hide interconnects a little bit better. Come to think of it, with its black aluminum chassis and yellow accents, makes me wonder if they got inspiration from another notorious superhero who also wears a cowl? Maybe. The A25 does come with a little handy remote, which has an on-off toggle switch, menu navigation, center select button, volume controls, mute button, display on or off, play, pause, skip forward and backward buttons, menu button, and music info button. What sets the A25 apart from the A5 and A15 is the Class G amps inside, rated at 100 watts per channel into an 8 ohm load. The A5 is powered by a Class AB amp with a power rating of 50 watts per channel into 8 ohms, and the A15 also sporting a Class AB amp rated at 80 watts per channel into 8 ohms. If you're unfamiliar, Class G basically takes the power of a Class A amp, but is much more efficient with its rail switching technology that brings in a higher power supply with low distortion when necessary. Think of it like a sports car with a turbocharger, coasting along in a more eco-friendly manner during more normal driving circumstances, but able to instantly get that turbo boost when you put the gas pedal to the floor. Being an integrated amp, there is an internal DAC, and with a name like Arcam, of course, it's nothing less than an ESS Sabre ES9280A Pro DAC at that. Now, let's shift our focus to the rear, shall we? There is a power inlet to connect the detachable IEC power cable we saw earlier, on-off switch, USB-A port for service, control port for a more reliable connection to other Radia components, infrared in port, and trigger in and out ports. There is one toslink, aka optical input, two coax inputs, and even a USB-C input, being able to easily connect any modern PC, Mac, or even Raspberry Pi for playback of your ultra high-res music library. Moving on, we have 3 sets of RCA analog inputs, say if you want to connect your CD player for example, a moving magnet phono stage input for your turntable, including a grounding pin above it. There's also RCA pre-outs in case you need to drive some extra beefy speakers with a more powerful external amp while still utilizing the ESS Sabre DAC inside the A25. And lastly, some 5-way binding posts to directly connect your speakers. The A25 also supports wireless Bluetooth connectivity with Qualcomm aptX adaptive technology, playing 24-bit HD audio no matter what you're listening to. But on top of that, it has a Bluetooth transmitter, which connects to your most trusted pair of wireless headphones for some more intimate listening after your kids go to bed, or if you just want to tune out your kids altogether. No judgments here. But since 2024 is almost upon us, you might be asking, but where are the streaming apps, dude? I'm glad you asked, because Arcam also just released the ST5 streaming music player. That unboxing is also now available on the Ecoustics YouTube channel, but I have conveniently placed it here and also in the description below. Just FYI, I will soon be releasing a full review of the dynamic duo of the A25 combined with the ST5 streaming music player. So if you aren't already subscribed, do it now so you don't miss out. As always, to keep up on all things hi-fi audio, computers, gadgets, and emerging tech, head over to ecoustics.com for a plethora of information. And don't forget to follow us on social media for even more bite-sized content while on the go. I'm Elon Osborne, and I'll catch you in the next video.